Ross Davis from Straight for Creative here, and we have now got a new episode of of conversion rate optimization and how the big boys are laying out their websites and what they're doing on their websites to increase the number of people that are buying from them. And as kind of mentioned in some of the previous videos, the idea is that we're going to kind of dissect their websites, look at some of the key things that they're doing, and take learnings and lessons from these and seeing how we can add them into our own site. So today we're going to be looking at, let me just close that, we're going to be looking at Shopify. So Shopify is a content management system for shops. So it's like self-hosted. So if you want to quickly get an e-commerce shop online, you can go on, add on your products on here, and they can host it for you. They can put it on a URL, and you can start selling straight away. Now, they're one of the biggest players in this particular market. Really nice, clean, simple to use interface. Really nice, clean website as well. And there's some really great key fundamental conversion rate tricks and tips that they're doing on their site that we should all be doing on our own. So the idea is I'm just going to run through this now with you. It's not going to be an overly long video, and I'm just going to point out some of the key things to you. So this is obviously the home page. We're only going to be discussing this one page today. But obviously you've got the logo in the corner. Nice, small, thin menu. I think one of the main mistakes that companies always make is they feel their logo needs to be as big as possible. It needs to take up loads and loads of room. Now, everyone knows your logo is always going to be in the top left corner. There's no need to make it really big. There's no need to take up loads of real estate and waste loads of space on your logo when that's more than big enough. So that's the first thing to point out that I think works really, really well. And then the next thing, we've got nice, clean, simple to use menu at the top, and they've got their purpose, so a call to action. So a call to action is a button or a form or something that we want the user to do on that page. We want them to interact in that way. Now, a call to action to work really well should normally stand out compared to the rest of the site, which is why you'll see kind of call to actions in a contrasting color to what their background are in, and that's so that your eyes are then drawn to it. So if you've not used them before, you can go over here to the get started. And that then leads me on to even the use of the language that they've got on there. So it's not like log in or sign up, which feels more salesy. It's very much kind of trying to coax you in with the use of their language. So, let's get started, let's get moving on it. Really nice, friendly language. So that works really nicely. And again, you've kind of got the green color here. So green does two things. Obviously, it ties in nicely just with their overall kind of colors that they use anyway in their logo up here on the top left. But also green is seen as a very kind of positive colour. And that in itself is normally a really good thing as well. Green, I want to click on that. It's the colour of go, it's the colour of money. Let's move forward with it. So again, works really nicely here. Now, as soon as a new person lands on this page, in theory, we want to make it as easy as possible to let the user know what we do. And the use of how they say everything here is it's all about me as the user. So, all their language throughout the site is this is for you, this is how we help you. And it's really great use of the language. So nice and simple, it's like Ron Seal, it does what it says on the tin. You literally load up and it says an e-commerce platform made just for you. So perfect straight away. And then straight away they're trying to capture your details and get you to start moving on the system straight away. So before we've even looked around the rest of the site further down, if we want to, we can start straight away and get in there. Now, one of the things that a user might be worried about is, right, well, if I fill in my details into this box here, are they going to try and charge me money? So straight away, they're meeting that objection straight below it that says, try Spotify for free, 14 days, no risk, no credit card required. So straight away, that objective that you were going to have, they've already met. And this is what really great web design is about. It's about meeting the potential objectives that a client might have before they buy from you and meeting that through the use of design. So this is a really great section here. Now, as we scroll down, we've obviously got this imagery here. And this does a really nice job of showing kind of the face behind the people who are using the site. It's obviously pointing out who they are. In theory, these will be kind of well-known people who probably sell a lot through their sites, which is why they've been picked. Really nice, strong, credible looking photography. And they've also purposely, put different types of stuff in there so it's attractive for lots of different markets. It also helps to just break up the design a little, so that works really nicely, builds that kind of credibility. Now I love these type of, again, going back to this language, your brand, your way. So it's all about setting up however I want it to be set up. Now there's all this text is in really small, easy to digest bites. And I think a lot of websites that you see make the mistake of big blocks of text, and we expect people to read that. And as websites have developed, and everyone's looking on their phone, they're looking on the tablet, people have become inherently lazy, and they just want to read snapshots, and they want to make their decision based on what they can quickly see. I personally probably wouldn't even bother to read this, but you've got an idea of instant access to hundreds of the best looking themes, and then you can see that the themes then relate to this image over here and how it's nice and easy and how everything's laid out. You can get an idea straight away that in theory, just from looking at this image here on the left, that everything's clearly very analytical, and you can see that Shopify links with Facebook and Pinterest, works on your phone. So you've got all of that information just from looking at this image. And then things like this work really well. So instead of just putting bullet points, we're using positive kind of icons. So ticks, again in the green, to be really positive. And we're breaking out kind of things that we really want to highlight to the user in digestible chunks so we can read this really, really easily. As you scroll down, again, the language is all kind of your business, and we're highlighting certain things that the user might want to click through to read on. So how is Shopify going to help me to market? That's clickable. How are payments going to be made? Clickable. So we're trying to meet all the objectives again before that user makes a decision on if they want to work with you. Scrolling further down, one of the things I've touched on in other videos previously is testimonials are one of the easiest and best ways to build credibility. So you're going to be stealing the credibility of these other people, and if they're really famous big companies, that's great. And if they're just small companies, that still works well because and I would always say you want a picture of that person so it's not made up. There's a friendly smiley face there. So you've got the testimonial, who's done it, and their company, and even the URL, so we can even click on that and have a look at it. Really nice clean interface as well, so we can see all the smiley people and their information and all the good messages that they've got. So again, we're constantly building credibility, and the more credibility that we build, the more likely we are people are going to buy from us. So all of this works really, really well. It's kind of a form of social proofing, and that's what works really well for conversion rates to improve those. As we scroll down, we've got, again, really, really great social proofing. So, the number of people that are using this software is 377,000 people. It's a huge number. And again, it's kind of the language of ambitious, I want to be ambitious. I want to be that sort of person. I want to be using this. And the fact that £29 billion worth of stuff has been sold through Shopify, it's that last kind of nail in the coffin of, yes, this is great. This is exactly what I want. If all these people are using it, it must be good. Now, obviously, not all of us are going to have anywhere near that number of big, impressive numbers. But you can still get away with 1,000 people trusting us or 100 people trust us. You can still make use of that. Or if you've got a certain number of if you're an accountant and the amount of tax you've saved all your clients overall. There's loads of things you can a recruitment firm, the number of jobs that you've placed in the past couple of years that you've been going. There's always going to be numbers, even if they're small, still help to build credibility. And it's because most people aren't willing to share that information that when you do, you look really, really credible. Again, you've got these constant call to actions to get people to try sign up. So, we're hitting them with this quite impressive information. Is that enough to get you to fill it in? Yes, let's fill in email here type thing. So again, works really, really nicely. We've then got more testimonials, so again, constantly trying to build as much credibility as possible. We've then got these down here, and this is something that in the Straight Creative office we call logo porn, and that is having logos of really well-known people who use your software or use your service or use your products and having them on there. And obviously it doesn't really mention anything about them, but it insinuates that these people are using your stuff and they're happy with it. So it's a really great way, again, of building credibility just by having those on there. And then the last thing, not sure where to start. We might have some objectives still of people not sure if they might have some questions. They can get through to your free resource and they can start to flick around. So you can see how Shopify does this really, really great job of meeting objectives, building loads of credibility in a really simple, really clean site. There's not loads of text on here. It's really simple and easy to use. And this is the sort of thing that all our sites should be doing. We don't need too much information on there. Really, really great way to increase your overall conversion rate and therefore increase the number of sales and leads that we're getting through our site. So I hope that was really useful for you guys. If you've got any comments, if you've got any questions, if you want me to review your site, just leave a comment in the YouTube section at the bottom of this in the comments, and we can have a bit of a chat, and maybe we'll feature you in one of the videos in the future. Cheers, guys.